Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the numerology and the energy for each life path number for November 2021. And what we'll do is we'll start off by looking at the energy and the numerology for the collective, and then we'll take a look, deeper dive into the energy for each individual life path number. So before we get into the reading, I just want to mention that this is, of course, a general reading. If you would like a personalized reading, please go to my website. I would love to work with you. And what else? I guess that's it. Let's get into it. So we are stepping fully into November. I can't believe that we're here already. Like, what a whirlwind this year has been. I mean, we kind of expected that with 5 energy. This 5 energy of 22 has definitely delivered on the energy of change, transformation, and, shifts for many people. And, I've said this before, things are not going to slow down just yet. So we're still in this 5 energy universally for the year, and we're going to be in it through December to the end of December. And so we really need to, if there's any area within our lives that we haven't really taken advantage of and really harness this energy to, explore the areas that are outside of our comfort zone to see, are there things that we need to release so that we can fully step into something bigger and better and more aligned for us? Because the one thing that usually holds us back is ourselves. And so this energy has been here for the taking, ready to be worked with. But if we don't do anything with it, then nothing happens, right? We are the driving force behind the energy. We are the momentum. And so I would say if there's any part or any piece of your life where you're in a comfort zone, that you've got some level of fear of sort of stepping out into something bigger and better and more aligned, even though it's unknown, even though it's scary, I would say really take advantage of this 5 energy while we have it through the end of the year. So with that being said, November is 16-7 energy. So ultimately it's going to be that energy of the 7. But we have a really strong influence of the 16. And so that's really what I'm going to sort of be speaking to when I talk about the collective energies this month and what we can kind of see come to fruition. The 7 energy is sort of lurking behind the scenes, right? It's like the core energy. And so we are going to feel that energy. But the 16 influence is going to help push us into that 7 energy, if that makes sense. So there's a lot to go over, so let's dive in. So November ushers in this universal vibration of the 16-7 energy, as I just said. So there's going to be this sort of beautiful, supportive energy for expressing yourself through writing, through speaking. You may find that you tend to be extra magnetic at this time, like people are just sort of drawn to you, or you're drawn to other people, but it's like an exchange of energy. Like there's just this magnetism. And it's sort of like this energy of drawing people to you because they're serving some kind of purpose within your journey. Like there's a reason why these people are coming to you at this time, or there's a reason why people are being drawn to you at this time. They have something to offer, something to contribute to your journey and vice versa. And so pay attention to those people who are coming to you at this time. Pay attention to the things that are coming to you at this time. Don't ignore it or necessarily see it as a burden. Try to understand why these people are coming into your life. It could be that it's a lesson. It could be that it's there's something there to show you. But I really get that feeling like this is going to be something where it's kind of, it's really positive energy. Like it doesn't feel like a struggle energy. It feels like people coming to you because you can use their gifts. Like their gifts will complement your gifts, and what you guys can do together will just create something really beautiful within the world. So that's the kind of energy that I'm talking about when I'm talking about this magnetism. And it could be about relationships as well. You could really be attracting in those soul partners, those people who are just part of your circle at this time, and people who are probably going to be within your life for some period of time. These people are going to be especially drawn to your energy, your ideas, and to you, to your light, to what you are putting out there. So again, pay extra attention to how you are expressing yourself. Is it through negativity, shame, manipulation, fear? If so, then you are sort of being extra magnetic in that area, right? So what you'll attract more of is that negativity, is that shame, is that manipulation, right? And so again, this is going to be an energy and a vibrational match of people you will sort of invite into your experience. So this is going to be really important to understand that where you focus your energy at this time, especially, will create the experience that you have, right? That you are sort of nurturing and inviting in. So be certain that it's an experience that you want to be having, right? I say that a lot, but we have more power and control over our experience than we give ourselves credit for. And so again, if you are expressing yourself in a way that is full of negativity, full of shame, full of manipulation, full of fear, full of judgment of self or others, that is going to be what you are putting out to the universe to magnetize back to you, right? To bring back within to your experience. And so you're telling the universe, this is what I want more of because this is what I'm contributing my energy and my focus towards. So pay close attention to how it is that you're expressing yourself, how it is that you're showing up, how it is that you're trying to get your message across. Because remember, people are going to be drawn not only to you, but to your energy and your ideas and your expression. So just pay close attention to that. And it isn't about being positive all of the time, right? This isn't about toxic positivity. This is life, and we have big emotions, right? We're meant to feel and experience, and no one can do that for us, right? We're meant to experience the emotions. We're meant to experience the feelings. So what I mean by focusing on how you are expressing yourself has more to do with your contribution. So you may be feeling the negativity or the trials and tribulations of life, right? That's totally normal. But is that what you wish to contribute into the collective energy with your expression? So when the negative thoughts or the negative feelings come in strongly, this is going to be a time for, and this is very 7 energy, for going within, feeling and working through what surfaces, and then seeking the guidance and resources of others to assist you through it, right? And to sort of hit pause on sending that energy out into the world, right? And sort of not magnifying that negativity or those lower vibrations. It is totally normal and okay to feel them. Again, we are expressive, we are emotional beings. We're meant to feel it all. And when we're not feeling something, it's because we're suppressing it, and that just creates issues, right? And so if anybody's telling you to suppress those energies, then, they're really telling you to hurt yourself, right? You want to feel them. You want to move through them. You want to transmute them. What we're talking about here is hitting pause on sending that energy out into the world, in expressing it in a way that it's contributing to the greater collective and having some kind of effect on your environment, if that makes sense. So that's a fire that just doesn't need to be fueled, right? So when you're back to, your personal state of peace, harmony, joy, positivity, and you feel ready to share, then share that light, fuel that fire for the collective, right? Contribute that. Then those are the people, places, and things that you will draw into your experience. Those are the people, places, and things that will be sort of magnified and who will sort of catch your attention and who you will draw in. So again, you really want to pay attention to your thoughts at this time and, which thoughts you take action on. This is really important as well. Emotions, feelings, again, they're meant to be felt and experienced and moved through. However, thoughts can be changed. And we get to decide which thoughts we put our energy and our action behind to create the momentum. So with this powerful 16-7 energy, pay extra close attention to your thoughts, to your mindset. What are you giving your power to? Those thoughts are the seeds that, when they're planted, create the outward manifestation of our experience. So change the thoughts, change the mindset, change the experience. If it's a negative one, right? Again, I want to be very clear on this, because I think that in the spiritual community, there's this misconception or misinterpretation of positivity, where it's like, oh, we have to be positive all the time, and toxic positivity, and we can't talk about being positive. It's not about that. It's about, again, feeling all of the emotions, positive, negative, sad. And there's really no positive or negative, right? It's just emotions. It's your body, again, talking, speaking through you and telling you, like giving you the red flags, or giving you the notification that, hey, maybe you need some rest and relaxation at this time. Maybe you need to cry. Maybe you need to, put your face in a pillow and just let it out and scream or whatever. Or maybe you need to go into nature and just relax. But we need to feel the emotions, right? Nobody is saying to avoid or change the emotion without experiencing it and moving through it. Experiencing and feeling the emotion is incredibly healthy. What we are saying, or what I'm saying, is change the thought. And so again, if a negative thought comes into your awareness, you get to decide whether or not you take action on that thought, right? Or whether you're going to feed into that thought and give it power. The thought is of the mind, right? So again, that's something that we have the power to change. And it's through changing that thought, that mindset, that belief, whatever, that you do in turn change the experience, because you in turn change how you show up to the experience, the effort and the energy that you put into it. Okay. So I hope that's clear. Nobody's telling you to suppress or avoid your emotions. Please feel them, and if you need assistance to help you move through them, please use those resources, right? Find somebody who can help you to do that. And there's no shame in that. And same thing with changing the thought. If you struggle with changing those thoughts as they come in and you tend to sort of act on those more negative thoughts because sometimes they're easier to believe, there's coaches, there's readers, there's therapists, there's doctors, whatever you need to assist you in learning how to change that thought when it comes in and deciding on taking more appropriate actions to create the environment and the experience that is more conducive for your higher expression. So the 16-7 energy is really going to be highlighting for you where it might be that you are contributing or taking action on those thoughts that aren't serving you, right? So this is going to be a time when sudden and unforeseen events can sort of overthrow or shed direct light on those debilitating mindsets and habits, right, that need to be altered in order to be better serving. So this is going to be another period for, and I know people are so tired of hearing this because it seems like we've been in this shift for, since 2020, but, it's important. It's very important, or it wouldn't be happening. So this is going to be another period for that massive awakening and sort of insights that push you to change course if the direction that you were moving towards was a dead end. So in tarot, this energy would be similar to sort of tower energy or the judgment card, or I would say even the tower and judgment card. So this is going to be a time for awakening, for big insights, for secrets being revealed, both good and bad, or not so great, right? And there is no good or bad. It's kind of like everything contributes towards our journey and helping us to get to our highest expression. So, but some are more uncomfortable than others. Let's put it that way. So both bring clarity, right? The more positive and the more challenging, both bring some level of clarity. And that's what we are being provided at this time through this month. So any dead weights that need to be released, or any dead skin that needs to be shed, allow it to happen, right? Allow it to fall away, because you are emerging at this time as a more authentic version of yourself. And it's really hard to do that if you're carrying dead weight, if you're carrying, that old skin that really just doesn't even need to be there anymore. You know what I'm saying? So this is going to be a really powerful time for a lot of people. The more that you have to sort of shed, the more that you have to release, the more that you're really going to feel this energy this month. And again, work with it. Allow it to work with you, to show you, to highlight, and to show you, again, what needs to be released and how to release it. So the 16-17 or 16-7 energy may feel super intense, right? Just going to be honest about that. But that's okay. Remember, the energy is present, but it's what you do with it that ultimately makes the difference. This is powerful, motivating energy. Harness it, use it, allow it to motivate and inspire you. And this can be a time for magnificent creations. It doesn't have to be all like, healing work or major transformations or major shifts. It can be about, getting those powerful, motivating inspirations and taking charge and creating those magnificent creations. So I would say plan wisely, use your intuition, and allow this energy to illuminate or spark your creative talents that you want to work with and to propel you towards those bigger goals. This is definitely a time for that. This is a time for, when bright prospects may arise suddenly, including big relationships that could have significance within your life for, again, decades to come. One of the keys in sort of working with this energy is that you don't try to control it. Don't try to attach to whatever comes in. It can be challenging because it can feel like such big energy and such magnetic energy, right? And so intense that it can be really easy to sort of lose yourself within it. But it's going to be really, really important that you maintain your sense of self-control and work with the energy, walk with it, right? Don't lose yourself within it. This isn't about ownership, but rather fluidity and true partnership, where integrity, authenticity, and freedom are maintained for all involved. So harness this energy to allow yourself to work with it, but don't try to control it, or the outcome sort of could be a little bit challenging. So keep it simple, even when it feels complicated. Sometimes we're the ones, that make it complicated. So this 16-7 energy is a big, big energy. And it's really here to help you and to work with you. So control, force, stress will only create a similar output and a similar experience. So as always, continue to find your center as you work with this powerful energy this month. This can be a very beautiful experience if we allow it to be, right? So refine the thoughts before you take the action in order to create your greatest reality, right? You have the power to do that. So it all comes down to, what are you taking action on? What are you putting your divine will and power behind? And is it what you actually want and what you believe will best serve you? If not, then stop, regroup, and do it differently. The power of the redirection and to create lies within you, not someone else, not something external to you. So big, powerful energies this month of November. Let's go ahead and look at the energies for your personal life path number. Life path number 6. So I pulled an animal spirit card for you all, and you've got Bobcat spirit. And this is interesting because I feel like with Bobcat, the message that's coming through is about sort of taking risks even when it's scary. So it's kind of like sometimes to get to the prize, you have to go into the unknown. You have to go into sort of unknown and scary, uncomfortable territory to sort of get your nourishment, to get the prize. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like for you all, this month is going to be about pushing your limits, going beyond the limits of what you thought you were capable of, stepping outside that comfort zone in a really big way. Like, I feel like things are going to be coming in for you where, you don't know if it's a trap, you don't know if you're being set up for failure, but you know what's on the other side of whatever this is, and you want to get there. So you kind of take the risk and go for it, or at least you have the opportunity to do that. And your instincts are correct. Like whatever it is that you're seeking, it's not necessarily going to be the easiest path to get there, but once you can face those fears, once you can overcome those obstacles, whatever's in your way, you will get the prize. You will get the nourishment. You will get you'll reach the finish line at the goal, or whatever it is that you're trying to achieve or try to do. But the ultimate message is that those things that are most beneficial for you, those things that are most going to bring you the most joy, the most fulfillment, all of that, are beyond your comfort zone, right? That are going to bring you the most fulfillment, the most expansiveness, the most learning, whatever you're looking for. It's beyond your current boundaries. It's beyond your current situation. Not to say like you have to leave everything behind of your current situation. All I'm saying is there's something that lies beyond, and it's not necessarily a well-lit path. And so you're being encouraged to go down that path despite your fears, okay? Whatever that is. And this could be like someone proposing and you having fear of like commitment or something like that. And to really face those fears and understand those fears, and you may have legitimate reasons for not wanting to get married or whatever, but the point is, as long as it's not fear that's keeping you from doing it, then you're on the right path. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of this energy of like facing your fears is ultimately what it comes down to. And what is it that those fears are keeping you from achieving or, accomplishing, or whatever it is that you're trying to do, right? It could be like there's somebody that you really, really like, but you have a fear of asking them out because of fear of rejection or something like that. And so you don't do it, and you miss that opportunity to get to know this person and experience this relationship or whatever to its fullest. So again, it's just really going to be a month, I think, for you all because you got really big energy coming in this month, like really powerful. It can feel bigger than you, even though it's not, because it's coming in for you, right? And you can start to feel like unworthy or like self-sabotaging yourself because, you've got like sort of like this imposter syndrome or whatever happening. And I think it's really going to be a month for you to face those fears, because this is, again, big energy coming in for you, a lot of opportunity for some big new things that are different from what you've been currently doing. And you could have that fear creep in. But when that does, just remember Bobcat energy and understand that, some of our greatest accomplishments, some of our greatest achievements, some of our greatest rewards lie beyond, what we can see, right? Like it's not always highlighted for us. Sometimes we have to take the step. We have to and keep taking the steps until we get there and overcome the obstacles and all of that. And so if we let the fear dictate to us the journey, then we're not going to get very far. So when I look at the energy for the month for you all, like I said, this is really big, big energy. You have a lot about new creative projects, perhaps like new creation coming in. For some of you, you could be getting pregnant or having a baby, starting a family. For some of you, you could be creating or taking over a business. You could be getting promoted in a really big way, but it's something that really fuels your passion, something you feel really connected to. This isn't like out of obligation. This is like you really stepping into your own, and it's got like this, like you contributing to what it is that you want to see grow. Again, that can be like around family, friends, career, whatever, but really coming in. And also there's going to be this opportunity for you to pull from your past experiences, pull the wisdom from your past experiences. You don't want to pull the experience forward, right? Like you don't want to relive that. You want to pull the wisdom that you extracted from that experience forward, because you're going to need that as you step into whatever this is, because there is an opportunity here for some of you to step into like a leadership capacity, like some kind of leadership role. Whether you become some kind of a mentor or a teacher, or again, like an owner or entrepreneur, where you are like, people are looking up to you for guidance, how is the best way to do it? Like what, to share your expertise type thing. And that can feel a little intimidating, but I'm also seeing like this powerhouse energy around setting you up for like some financial freedom, and to really feel like independent in that financial freedom. So it's kind of like, we're never on an island. Like there's always somebody or something that contributes to our success, to our growth, whatever the case may be. So it's not like we achieve everything, in solidarity, like by ourselves, in solitude. So it's kind of like, there's that understanding that yes, people helped you to get here, but there's also that feeling of like, I did this, like I said yes to this, I put in the effort, I contributed towards this, and now I've got this financial freedom, I've got the, the resources to be able to, expand upon this, whatever this is. And so there's just a lot coming in here. Like this is very like master level energy. And, we are all masters, but we're not always standing within that master energy. And so it's kind of like this month, you're going to be asked to step into that master energy. And it doesn't always have to be about like career, right? Like it can be, just creation, like creating something that is better serving for you, for your family, for your extended family, whatever the case may be, for your community. Community is going to be coming in really strong as well this month, I think. So it's really going to be about stepping into your power and knowing that power is yours. Because again, I kind of can see some opportunities this month for you feeling like this is bigger than you and you're not deserving of it, or whatever the case may be, or you're not capable of it. And that's where you have to remember Bobcat and face those fears, overcome those thoughts, those mindsets. Remember, you have the power to change the thought. The emotions are going to come up. You have to work through and transmute the emotions. There's no getting around that. There's no getting around that in a healthy way, right? Like you have to feel the emotions, but the thoughts are always changing. Just think about when you're trying to fall asleep at night, how many thoughts come in, right? It's like, or throughout the day, how many thoughts you're getting pinged with. So we have the power to change the thought. And I feel like for you to sort of harness the most and reap the most out of this month, the energies this month, you need to be very mindful of the thoughts and find a way to change the thought when it comes in if it's not serving you. Because the thoughts and the fear will hold you back this month and will keep you from getting everything out of this experience that you're meant to get out of it. So pay really close attention this month to your thought process, your mindset, your beliefs. And also, this could be a really good time for maybe sitting down and journaling about some of your past experiences, some of the challenges of those past experiences, and what wisdom you pulled from those experiences. Because it's the wisdom that you want to build upon. And it's the wisdom, that helped you overcome those hurdles, that helped you overcome those trials and tribulations, and to overcome those stories that got you to where you're at now. And so you want to build on those. You don't want to build necessarily on the negative experience, the trauma, whatever the case may be. You want to build on the positive wisdom of the experiences that you extracted from it, from your own experience. So I think if you can do that and then keep those negative thoughts at bay, because again, like I said, we're going to experience the negative emotions. We're going to feel those lower vibrations in emotions. It's just we are emotive beings. But the thoughts are really what throw us off, right? Like we get so hung up on emotions, but really it's the thoughts that when we choose to put actions behind those thoughts that throw us off. So try to keep ahead of the thoughts, and it's okay if they come in, right? Like acknowledge them, understand why try to understand why they're coming in. And if it's just like a negative thought, you don't even have to spend a lot of time on it. Just change direction. Don't even entertain it. Don't even give it power. Just move to something more positive. Change the thought, because that is going to be your biggest ally this month, is being able to understand that you have the power to do that, and to do it when those thoughts start streaming in, telling you you're not worth this, you can't accomplish this, that you're not good enough, you don't have enough experience, whatever. So this month for you all has, I think, the potential to be one of the more pivotal months of the year for you all. So what you do with this energy is going to make the difference, of course, but there's a lot of potential here. I mean, a ton of potential. Very powerful master energy coming in for you all. So again, it's what you do with it. And don't let those lower vibration thoughts dictate to you the journey, like dictate to you the next step, because you're so beyond that. You're so above that, right? So November has the potential to be so incredibly pivotal and powerful for you all. So I hope it's good to you all. I hope that you're able to harness the energy in a good way and keep those thoughts at bay that sort of deter you or distract you. And yeah, enjoy this month. This is going to be a big one for you all, I think. So thank you all so much for listening. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.